What's up? It's Coach Husky here with the TKD Lab, and in this video, we're going to be analyzing or critiquing a video that a fan of the channel, an athlete, sent me. So if you too want your video to be analyzed live right here on the channel, we could do it private or we could do it right here on the channel. Just let me know, but send your videos in so I can take a look at them and help you take your game to the next level. Let's get started. So here we are on the dashboard of the Taekwondo Lab website. If you haven't already, make sure you make your way on over here. Sign up for an account. It's completely free. You'll see things such as blogs where we have training plans for people with or without weights, some updates from people. You can ask the lab, send in your videos for us to critique, which we are going to do in a second. And then we even have other things like you can message people across the platform. We have a shop to where you can purchase some TKD Lab merch. We have all our YouTube videos compiled in one area, and we even have courses. So if you want to know all the drills and games that we use to build athletes, or if you want to hop into one of the full-blown courses about how we train people with Taekwondo, the exercises, warm-ups, and things that we use, it's all right here on the platform. And again, it's completely free. Head on over to the taekwondolab.com to sign up. But in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to do a live critique or a live analysis of a video one of my athletes or members of the program sent. So what we're going to do is we're going to blow this up or enlarge this, and you'll see that I've made a comment on this video here for this athlete to take a look at, right? He submitted it 3 days ago. As of this video, I've already sent a comment yesterday, so he'll get to it or see it when he does. But basically what we're going to do, I'm going to rewatch this live and tell you some things that I think that, he should or shouldn't do, again, to take his game to the next level. That's what we're all about, is grabbing these videos or critiquing these videos and trying to take people's game to the next level. And just to kind of open this, you can see that I gave him, where's my mouse? There it is. Read more. There it goes. You can see I was pretty thorough, right? I went in depth, 12 different points, and I went in depth on each point. So we're not just, responding great job, not a great job. We're going to actually go into some details about what you can and or should and shouldn't do. So get your sparring footage. Get your sparring footage. Send it over to us. Sign up for a platform. We do this completely free. This isn't any charge to you all. Send them over to me. I want to see what you're doing. Ask me some questions about how to get better. Even as a coach, ask me some questions about what you would tell your athlete in the chair, things of that nature to get better. That is what I'm here for. But without further ado, let me rewind this because we're already 1 second in so I can get it from the top. This person says that he was the athlete in red. So that's who we're critiquing, the athlete in red. So let's follow along with me and see if you would say some of the same things that I would. Let's get started. So right now, immediately you can see that he's like kicking past. He looks kind of tall from here. I know you could tell just by looking at the mat, and it looks like there's carpet right here. This athlete, particular athlete, is in India. That the camera's kind of at a lower angle, but he looks relatively tall. And with that being said, you could tell immediately that he's just kind of kicking past the guy, right? Like he's doing these short kicks. He still has a kink in his leg. Whenever I see an athlete kick and they have a kink in their leg, that lets me know that they're kind of kicking, they're trying to kick the athlete, but they're too close to the athlete, right? If you're tall, try to manage that distance, keep back as much as possible. The name of the game is you kicking them without them kicking you. And the best way to do that is by staying long. There's some strategies for, kicking shorter, especially like within the clinch, create a little bit of space, kick short. regain the clinch position. But that's for later on. Just right off the bat, at the onset of the match, he's kicking a little bit inside his distance. Let's see some more. Second thing I noticed right away, hands are flailing, right? And flailing means your hands are all over the place. I say hands are flailing. You hear me yell at my hands, hands are flailing. He needs to keep those hands in. Even when you're kicking, you keep your hands in. Remember, Taekwondo is a counter sport, or people are kicking at the same time you're kicking. So if your hands aren't where they need to be, covering the body how they're supposed to when you're kicking, because you're not going to get every kick, you're going to miss them, right? If they're kicking back, then you're opening yourself up to like maybe score 3 points, but give up two, or score 2 points, give up three, or however that works. So score 3 points, give up 3 points, right? And that just cancels out. You're not really making a meaningful gain when it comes to points, all because your mechanics aren't proper. Mechanics in the Taekwondo lab are, certain things like your guard posture. That should just be automatic. Where your hands are when you kick, that should be automatic. You have to ingrain that, drill that into you each and every time you kick so that you don't have to think about it. So when somebody kicks the body, you didn't even think about blocking the body because you always keep your that hand across the body to block anyway. Nice crescent kick attempt as well that he did. Let me lower this volume some so y'all can hear me as it's playing. Like you see his hand is down right there in the back. Like I don't like that personally. Like I always tell my athletes to keep the hand up here, right? Because a couple things, like what if you're sparring somebody faster than you? Like you probably don't even know whether they're faster than you or not, especially if you're traveling going to tournaments often. So instead of having to worry about whether he's faster than you or not, just keep that hand there, right? It takes no energy, right? Now, sometimes I know people might use the hand down as a strategy to try to get them to kick there so you can counter, but those sort of tactics are kind of obsolete, right? We're not using those things anymore. Keep that hand across the body, stay poised with that front hand down, along your shoulder and front leg, lead leg, with those fingers pointed out towards your opponent. That's a good guard position. He's doing good. I don't like that he's leaning necessarily on that back leg, but at least you know that he has the ability to spring up that front leg and his head is back. Not a bad attempt, but again, let's say that hit. I can't really see the scoreboard. It looks far for me to know, but you did a back kick and you did a back kick and went out of bounds, and not only that, you fell. So the back kick is not the thing to do when you're on the edge, right? We do something at the Taekwondo Lab called technique selection. I help athletes to identify what techniques they should and shouldn't use in certain situations, and they get real good at it after we do certain drills, right? Like when you're on the edge, your main priority is to not get scored on and get off the edge. Right? Several different ways to do that, right? Cancel a cut kick or something like that, clinch off, do a reversal, wait till the athlete kicks, try to do some sort of lateral motion and circle around to a better ring position. Things of that nature. The back kick, though, is not a thing to do on the edge. It looked like it might have landed, but it's what we call a low percentage scoring technique. And basically, what that means is that like it's high risk, but low percentage that you're actually going to get it. So do something else that's a lot more safer.
अभी मैम से मैम मेरे से मैम चमक गया था अभी मैम से गली मिले था अभी
See, right there, he just moved for no reason. It looked like he just ate. It looked like he just ate an axe kick to the face, right? Like he shuffled, did some sort of reverse like sidestep, and the person didn't even kick. And what happens is the person, like anybody who knows anything about fighting, they're just gonna wait till you land. They're gonna wait till you land, and then they're gonna try to pop you, right? Or they're just gonna track you as you move. Don't move miscellaneously, right? Keep those toes on the ground, bounce a little bit, head back, nice poised posture. Wait for the person to attack, and then try to dodge something. Don't just move to move. Good crescent kick attempt. I don't know if he hit it or not. He came up. Not a bad attempt. Let's watch that again. I want to see if he came in long. Maybe, maybe not. You come in for cut kicks and things like that to not even be in the distance or in the whereabouts of like a spinning hook kick. That leg is completely locked out straight, and that head is back. That way, even if they do spin a hook kick, it's just flying past your head, like right in front. You're not worried about actually getting hit by. He kind of looked a little upright there to me.
Fight in code number 4, fight number 4035.
But definitely hit.
Manipur Blue Jays Guard, Vidya Bharati Red Chess Guard, दोनों ही खिलाड़ी कोड नंबर
क्या पीटते हैं वीडियो बना रहे हो
4 में रिपोर्ट
Slightly
करेंगे।
zoomed
मणिपुर ब्लू जेज
off
गार्ड,
that, like
विद्या भारती रेड चेस गार्ड, ये दोनों ही खिलाड़ी कोड नंबर 4 में रिपोर्ट करेंगे।
nine
अबे
for
चल बुला
something
भाई
like
चल
that.
यार आपके सबके लगा
Not a bad attempt.
नेक्स्ट फाइट कोड नंबर 4,
Probably let the
मणिपुर
body
रेड चेस
kind
गार्ड,
of pop him in the body
विद्या भारती
लगा है
because the mechanics hands are what they need to be.
हितेश
Now his hands are a little better.
रेड चेस
Consistency.
विद्या भारती कोच
Never run in like that. Cut kick is like the number one thing people use nowadays. You're gonna run right smack dab into a cut kick. Never, ever, ever, ever run like that. When you come in tactfully, preferably with a kick. A cut kick, back leg round kick. I don't even like back leg round kick because again, if somebody put that cut kick out while you're throwing your back leg round kick, you have to square up for a brief period of time. And if they time it properly, they can cut kick you right out of your round kick. So I don't even like that. So come in long, but never just run in because you're going to eat something, right? Come in tactfully using your footwork, using your kicks. Also, he's trying this crescent kick too much. See, the thing about a crescent kick, in this case, it's not necessarily low percentage scoring. A lot of people score a crescent kick. Also, it's not necessarily high risk, but again, technique selection when you throw it. So all he's throwing is these headshots gunning for the head, and the person is kind of like they're getting used to it. So as soon as that leg lifts off the ground, they're throwing that hand up. Okay, if that's the case, let's start going to the body now, right? It's all about like human conditioning. Now that you've conditioned them, hey, I'm lifting my leg, I'm going towards the head, I'm going to the head. Now lower that. You got to do a variation of techniques, high, low, high, low. Don't keep going to the head. Not only that, since you're straining your leg up, that hamstring by lifting that leg up, you are highly unstable. Right, so it's easier for somebody to apply some forward pressure, and then you're hopping because you're on one leg, and you do something like spin out because you're trying to catch your balance, and then you go out of bounds. Then not only did you not get the technique, you're giving up a gamjung. And you only get four of those, right? So he did a back kick gamjung. He's out of bounds now, gamjung.
आदर्श ब्लू चेस गार्ड, आदर्श रेड चेस गार्ड, विद्या भारती कोड नंबर 4 रिपोर्ट करें। विद्या भारती
Right here is number one thing to do should be trying to get off this edge. Let's see if he does. Nope. Sitting there too long for me, right? As soon as like Kesok happens, sideways motion, right? Or if he's waiting, if Blue is waiting that long to attack, you go first. You initiate with a cut kick, right? But be more, adamant about getting off that edge. You see that? He just lets the guy like does whatever he does as you're on the edge, and I don't know if he fell or went out of bounds first, but it's just too risky to stay there.
ये क्या था
It looked like he might have fell.
कोड नंबर 4 रेड चेस गार्ड,
Over there on the edge, right? So if I was red, I would have kind of circled around to where he fell, and then I would have made sure that that is where the match was restarted. Don't let this guy gain center position, and not even center ring position. They're still over there by that edge, right? Those are sort of things you got to think about outside of like Taekwondo isn't just about putting your foot on a chest protector or on a helmet, right? It's about playing the full game, the full breadth of Taekwondo. And one way to do that is by using those little strategies, keeping the person on the edge if they're on the edge, circling around, right? Making sure when the ref starts, you're in a more favorable position, not back where you started. And the other guy was the one who got the gamjung for falling. When he fell again, he was close to the edge. That's where the match should have started. And you should have helped facilitate that.
आदर्श विद्या भारती अनुराधा
Yeah, he's like doing like back in the day in old school Taekwondo, like what he just did just now would have been called a running step. A running step is obsolete. It makes it look like you're just charging forward, and people are too good with lifting that front leg for you to get in, at almost any level of competition now with just rushing forward. Kick forward, use your footwork to get on the inside. Don't just walk or run forward towards an opponent.
Yes, blue says right. Reporting another number 5.
It looks like it. And to be honest with you, I know we're as coaches, we say a lot of things, right, to try to, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. As far as what's going on here with his opponent, it seemed roughly evenly, matched to me. It looked like he's a little bit better, Red is, but they seem to be, going at it pretty evenly to me. He's not bad. Like he can obviously kick, like round kick. It's just like fine tuning some things.
Code number 5. Bout number 502.
See right there how he was waiting for that leg to pop up, like that's good stuff there, right? That's not bad at all.
Anuradha, NBS, blue says right.
But you can't just get tossed around like that, right? You gotta know when to put that leg up, put it down, and then clinch off. Right? Again, trying to be in a clinch position, especially with your back turned around how it was. Like you saw what position he was in. See if we can back it up and play it a little bit.
Code number 5. Bout number
Want it?
502.
See that position right there? Right. A lot of people in this position, they'll try to hook their leg back. They try to, as their leg was up, or after the initial kick, to try to like score something to the body, whatnot. Again, high risk, low percentage that it'll score. Right. So why do it? Just put your leg down and clinch off so you don't do what happens next, which is fall on the ground and get a gum jump. Right? Unless you're hitting the head, there's no way at their levels and at their age, like these look like grown men, that he's going to meet the power threshold of a PSS system to be able to score that. So don't do it, right? Because he's not generating his power off the ground. His leg was already in the air. He's trying to do some sort of hooking maneuver, right? The only way to do that is to try to hook to the head, but not so much so that you're going to give up a gamjung because you're trying to hit the head.
Anuradha, NBS, blue says right. And Marwa, Kerala, red says right. Reporting another number 5. NBS code. NBS code.
You think? Good with the running. The blue is too good about lifting up that front leg to try to keep you back, keep you at bay, right? You gotta stop with the running. That's one thing you gotta stop like immediately. Stop running, red.
NBS code.
Now blue's not good enough to manage that running forward to where he wouldn't like get pushed out of bounds or get a gom jump. But there's much better ways to, instead of getting a gom jump, getting 1 point, there's much better ways to manage that to get, 2 points or 3 points rather than doing all that work just to get 1 point. Got your hands on your hips. Maybe you might be a little winded, maybe a little bit out of breath, but that's because you're wasting energy on doing actions like running forward.
दोनों के साथ में बराबर। हाँ दोनों के साथ।
Kerala gold.
देखो देखो अरे देखो।
I mean, I get it. Sure, it looked like you tapped the head to me, but again, at what cost? And how many Gamjungs are you already at? Right? It's things you gotta think about. Low percentage scoring, right? Um, yeah, I probably beat a dead horse with that already, but things you gotta think
अबे किक मार के मारा है भाई।
I didn't see the ref move his arm to like left or right, Chung Hung, Sung as far as the round is concerned. But since I didn't see it on this side, I had a clear view of this side. I'm inclined to say that Blue might have won that round off of Gamjung. So that's something
प्रबल कर।
right there. 1-0. That means Blue won that. And I'm pretty sure Blue won by Gamjungs because Red was up by like at least 2 or so points right before that.
Court number two.
खेल क्या रहा है ये?
Ishan, JK, blue chess guard, Andhra Pradesh, red chess guard.
Also, where's the strategy, right? A lot of round kicks, a lot of hooks and stuff, but I don't see you pushing forward with that cut, right? The cut kick is the most used kick in Taekwondo today for a reason. A lot more cut kicks need to be thrown. And why do we throw cut kicks? Like some people at some schools that might not understand why, it's because you're reading your opponent. When I throw a cut kick, they move to the right or left, or they move back, right? You're seeing how the person moves off of a nice, safe technique. Then after that, then you're establishing your distance, right? Or maybe even first. You're establishing your distance. Okay, what do I need to do to actually get a foot on this person? Do I need to cut once? Can I double cut? Right? Are they too fast sliding back? Do they not move at all? Right? And then from there, you can start doing things either with your cut or after your cut, such as doubling up on your cut, doing a cut axe, cut flip, cut twist kick, things of that nature, right? Start incorporating your back leg after you establish those things. So a cut kick is a nice, safe way for you to get a read on your opponent or a read on the situation before you start doing other things that might open you up to get scored on. And right now, he's kind of just kicking haphazardly. I don't see any strategy like any in his kicks. As a good coach, when somebody's, pressing that cut kick, you should be able to know what they are or aren't going to try after. It shouldn't just be a whirlwind with you sitting in the chair, like biting your nails. Like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? No, he's cutting, he's establishing distance. These are things the athlete need to do without you yelling to him from the chair. Establish distance, use your cut. Like I should never have to say that. You know that because we do that in training. And then after you've established your cut, you got your distance. I can say things onesie twosies, right? Preferably terminology that I use specifically in my school, like cut axe or stab, right? Stab means cut, right? We'll say things like that. Stab axe, right? That way the coach doesn't know on the other side, or the athlete might not be able to hear, like so sort of encrypted, coded language. But you gotta have the athlete ingrained to know to do those things so you can be lighthearted in your chair. Stab axe, sideways motion, stop being linear, stuff like that, right? Without giving them a whole dialogue from the chair because they're not going to do that. You're like, what was that jump? Like, why? Why? Now it looks like the hands are up here. He might score. If he's going to body, right, he has an opportunity to score this. Let's see what he does right. A little bit too high, so he hit the arm. Again, this guy expects you to go towards the head, so he's lifting his hands up. It looks like he also was a little wobbly there. You got to start mixing up and going to the body a lot more. Like, why did he back up to like fix his uniform? Okay, I get the fixing your uniform thing, respect level, we're a martial artist first, right? But be present on that edge, right? Stay engaged into the fight. Keep him on that edge when he stands back up, because that's your potential to get, not only potentially another gom jump, but 2 or 3 points. When somebody is on the edge and then you're good at being like what we call an edge bully, they get flustered. They're like, oh, I need to get off the edge because this guy's good at pushing me out, or this guy's. And then what happens while they're mentally flustered, they don't think correctly. So it opens you up for the opportunity to get more points. Something to think about. Running forward again, ate a back kick. It doesn't look like it scored, but I mean, I'm just thinking about this guy fighting my guys. Like my guys would have nailed that back kick because he's running forward. He's not coming in safe, right? And then that front leg, not only did he back kick with his other leg that's going towards the ground now, looks like he was able to lift up his front leg for, to fend off another attack. You got to come in safe. You got to stop jumping.
Next ball, court number six,
But
6015.
प्रोटेस्ट नहीं किया.
see again, I'm saying all these like dings, but the opponent that he's showing me, like he's not bad, right? He's getting some scores on him. I know two of those at least are from Gamjungs. So 5 points, I guess, by regular score. Like he's not bad. Like again, he can kick. There's just a few things that he needs to work on to take his game.
Next matching goal number 3. Intrika, JNK Drill Card, Supriya, Yadav, Delhi, electric card. Next matching goal number
In that round, and we go to the third round. He gave up the head again. So he got a headshot to give up a headshot. That's what I mean by body mechanics. Come in safe. Like, why are these spins this guy actually hitting you? A lot of times, the spins. Well, actually, the guy's doing a pretty good spin. He's not spinning in place. He does like a little step forward to kind of take that space. So Blue is actually doing a pretty good, not a technical spinning hook, but it works for him. But mechanics, hands in the right place, hand back to try to mitigate some of that. And this guy is definitely red. It's definitely like head up, head back with his hands in the right place to sort of mitigate getting hit by that again, because he got hit by like in the first round. See? Headshot, headshot, headshot. Go for the body one of those times. That looked like it might have been a push to me. Let's see what like that ref. Let him fight. Cut out. The best fake is a cut. I tell people that all the time. Like a lot of people are doing like these little stumps on these little ha ha. Like nobody's falling for that these days, man. Just freaking cut. Just freaking cut, man. Cut, cut, cut. And then if you want to you want to be really good, like cut, 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 right? Condition the person to seeing the cut, getting used to your cut, and then fake a cut. Make them shell up and then turn that cut into something else. Round kick, twist kick, whatever, backside shot, whatever case may be, right? That's a better fake. Get them conditioned to something first, round kick, cut kick, whatever case may be. Act like you're going to throw that and then throw something else. That's the best fake. Not these little jabs. It doesn't work anymore. A lot of times you're not selling it anyway. Nobody think that you're going to do anything or run forward by just nodding your head forward. Yeah, good job. The body sometimes. Decent with the front leg counter. Yeah. The body sometimes. Multi-time predicted, I'm going to say a lot tomorrow. Now, you saw how my man's head was back? That's how it should be literally the entire match, right? And you would think that after you saw how that kind of missed your head, you would be like, ah, that's what I need to do now, right? So sometimes athletes have a hard time thinking mid-match, and that's where coaches come from. You're tired, you're fatigued. So that's where we come in, right? Keep that head back.
अबे गामजिन हाथ लगा था भाई देख
They kind of ran into each other and kind of clinched, and then neither one of them kicked. Like, that's punching opportunity there.
32 सेकंड
Sometimes punching isn't necessarily about scoring. Like, you just want to try to get a good downward angle or slope on the chest protector, just knock the wind out of somebody. I had somebody one year at state championships just, man, punched me so hard and knocked the wind out of me. And that is what opened me up for a crescent kick. I was worried about getting hit in my chest. I went, boom, crescent kick came right after that. That's how you open people up to things. It's not necessary that you need a punch so good that it scores. Just get a powerful punch. It doesn't necessarily even need to be technical as long as it hurts.
अबे मारो यार मार दो लियो अबे मार ये
Blue's tired. He's kind of not doing the stuff he was doing before. You can tell.
अबे मार बे अरे यार
He's hunched over. I never want to see an athlete hunch over. I don't care how tired you are. Like, we need you to be engaged in the match. All right. And I haven't even seen a lot from both sides for them to be t this tired. So work on some cardio there. You know what I mean? Blue literally had his hand up before the head kick even came like close there. And he still went towards the head.
प्रबंध प्रबंध मार यार
I love it.
अरे चलना
Yep. Red lost, but good attempt though. That's the video. Send your videos in. This was fun. I want to do it again. Show me what you're doing. Even if it doesn't have to be a tournament. It could be you fighting in the dojang. Let me see and help you out next time.